Hello everyone, my name is Sage and welcome to my Pokemon X Hardcore Nuzlocke video. It's been a very long time since I last time did a Hardcore Nuzlocke run, but lately I have felt urged to do one again. I've never been too good with Nuzlockes, but I want to become better completing these kind of challenges, so for now I'm gonna hop into Pokemon X and we'll see how it goes. If I enjoy this, I might make some other Nuzlocke runs on other games as well. Without further ado, let's get into it. Just a real quick disclaimer though about the rules, if you don't know for some reason them. You catch a Pokemon from every single route, you have to catch the first encounter you get, and that's the only encounter you can get from one specific route. No using healing items in battle, only health items are allowed, and the items outside of battle of course. And I will go with the level caps, which are always the level of the next main battle's strongest Pokemon. So basically gym leaders, ace Pokemon's level, and then in the Pokemon League, the ace level of each member of the Elite Four. And then lastly, the strongest Pokemon of the Pokemon Champions level. For the starter for this run, I chose Fennekin. Not for any other reason than just because it's my favorite out of these three. I name him Merlin. After the first easy peasy rival fight, I get access to potions and Pokeballs. And from the first actual route of the game, my first encounter is Peachy. Which I just knew in my gut that would happen. Well, here we have yet another sack chip. Check out my previous Pokemon videos for reference. From Sandalwood Forest, my encounter is Weedle. Again, not the most interesting or one of the better encounters here. Getting through Sandalwood Forest is super easy, as Sona here works as a walking talking Pokemon Center for me. And after the forest, I found myself in Route 3, where my encounter is Fletchling. And after arriving to Sandalwood City, I fight Girl blocking the way to the gym to get roller skates from her. Next to the gym is also Route 22, from where my encounter is Farfetch'd. I can't say I have lack of any normal flying types. And after grinding my team just a bit and beating the gym trainers, it is time to take on the first gym leader, Viola, how I really wanna pronounce that. I have so many times screwed things over already in first gym battle, so this time I want to take this carefully. Sack Chip is thankfully able to take out Surskit without taking too much damage. Against Vivillon, I use couple sand attacks to minimize chances of getting hit. I switch in Merlin, who takes little damage from infestation. With little luck, Vivillon misses a couple of tackles, which allows Merlin to take out Vivillon with 3 embers. Viola's only potion was used on Surskit, so there's no risk of her healing Vivillon. First gym done without losses, time to move on. From the Route 4 I catch Combi as my encounter. Thankfully this one was female, so there actually might be some use for this thing. Upon arriving to Lumiose City, I go meet up with Professor Sycamore. He actually puts up a bit of a fight with his Kanto starters, but we managed to get through the battle without losses. As a reward, I take Bulbasaur from him and send Slay to box. Bulbasaur is just much better Pokemon. After more lore stuff, I head to Route 5 where I catch Furfrou as my encounter. I have no plans to use this thing, so off to box with you. Also, Merlin evolves to Pryxen here. Then I quickly beat Tierno, who thankfully was not smart enough to use Swords Dance on first turn. That might have turned ugly otherwise. After getting through the Route 5, I arrive to Cambriel Town, and right after on Route 7 we have Snorlax blocking our way. I head to Route 6 where I encounter Odino. I catch it, sir, but it's going straight to the box. Not really a Pokemon I think I will find use for. At the Parfum Palace, I get the Pokeflute as a reward for finding the rich guy's Furfrou. Then I head to wake up Snorlax and catch as my Route 7 encounter. I think Snorlax is good addition to team for now, so I box Fire and add Boss to team. We really don't need this many flying types in team anyway. At the end of Route 7 I quickly fight Tierno and Trevor with Serena in double battle. I then go through Connecting Cave to Route 8 where my encounter is Inkay. That's actually a pretty cool encounter, but unfortunately Inkay uses Swagger to boss, who then tackles the Inkay down in one hit thanks to the attack boost. Unfortunate. Anyway, I arrived to Ambrette Town next, where story stuff is guiding me to go to Glittering Cave next. To get to Glittering Cave I ride with this Rhyhorn through Route 9. On my way I encounter Sandile, now that is a pretty good encounter to get, and it gets even better as it has Moxie ability. I immediately add it to my team, replacing Artorias. Inside the Glittering Cave my encounter is Solrock, which is not really interesting me. I catch it and add it to the box with others. Then I beat some Team Flagrants and get the Jaw Fossil from the Fossil guy. I do not revive this fossil though, as Solrock was my encounter here, so I think reviving and using the fossil Pokemon would probably be cheating. After Glittering Cave I return to Ambrette Town and head up north. After getting through the lower part of the Route 8 I arrive to Sillage City. I decided to head to the second gym immediately, which ended up being a huge mistake. I cannot believe this happened, but the very first trainer wiped out my whole team and ended my run right here and there. That was absolutely brutal. God damn that freaking Relicant. Run was going so smoothly so far, and just like that it's all over. Well, nothing to do but start again with attempt number 2. On this second attempt I get much better variety of encounters. On route 2 I get Fletchling, on Santalum Forest Pansage, and on route 3 I get Pikachu. Now I'm not sure are these that much better encounters on the first attempt, but at least there's more type variety, which should be good in a long run for early game. At the route 22 I catch Bunnelby as my encounter. This could be good as it evolves into ground type. I head to the first gym and this time definitely underestimate my opponent. After Pyro takes out Surskit, Vivillon comes in and I keep Pyro in. Unfortunately I did not remember that infestation prevents you from switching out your Pokemon, so I can only watch here helplessly as Vivillon takes out Pyro. Dumb mistake on my end. Merlin of course finishes on Vivillon so we can move on. On route 4 I get less lucky than on first attempt and this time get Male Combi. Well, I guess it can be used as a good sacrifice at some point or something. In Lumiose City I pick Squirtle this time from Professor as I already have a Grass and Fire type in my team. On route 5 I catch again Furfrou as my encounter and make my way then to Camphria Town. At the route 6 my encounter this time is Oddish, which I catch naturally, and on route 7 I of course catch the Snorlax and replace Furfrou in team with it. After being in Tierno and Trevor with Serena on route 7 I make my way to route 8 where I this time successfully catch Inkay. On the route 9 I again encounter Sandile, but catching this one did not went so smoothly unfortunately. It hit Hopper much harder than anticipated and it got stuck in Sand Tomb, so in the end I was not able to do anything but watch Hopper go down. Snorlax is a very good bulky Pokemon, but I am not still too bummed about this loss. In the long run I think the Sandile will be more useful. This one also has Moxie, but unfortunately minus speed nature, which might be an issue. Anyway, let's move on. In the Glittering Cave my encounter is this time Cubone, so I catch it. Maybe it's good backup ground type to keep in box for now. Then I once again beat up the Team Flare grunts, get the fossil I won't revive and head then towards Sulet City. On my way there is a pretty dangerous situation where enemy Psyduck crits Water Pulse leaving my McQueen alive with just 1 HP. My team is a little bit underleveled at the moment as I have been trying to be careful not to overlevel above the next level cap, so I gotta level up my team a bit before heading into the gym and figure out a way to beat the trainer who wiped us out last time. While grinding, Dep evolves into Diggersby, and once Asparagus gets to level 2 it learns Seed Bomb, which is a huge upgrade to Vine Whip. I decided to also evolve Asparagus with Leaf Stone I found earlier to Simisage. With these power-ups to my team I can now easily get through the trainers on the gym and head in the fight against the Grant. Things go wrong quickly though as he starts the fight with Amaura when I thought he would first send in Tyrant. I do get good damage done with Dep, but I completely forgot that Amaura has the ability which makes its normal type moves Ice type instead, so it actually is able to take out Dep with super effective takedown. I was honestly mentally prepared to use Dep as a sacrifice in this fight if needed, but I was not expecting the fight to go like this. Thankfully at least Amaura goes down to recoil damage. Against Tyrant I send in Asparagus to use Leech Seed, then I send in Splash Toad, and Splash Toad has a good enough defense that it can take hits decently well, use Protect to stall, and after a while take out Tyrant with Leech Seed damage and with some bubbles. Finally got through the second gym and I can make some progress again. From route 10 I got to catch Havlutsa. Kinda cool encounter though I don't know how good it could be in a long run. It goes to box for now, and after beating some trainers and a couple of Team Flake runs I arrived to Geosing Town. Here, some Team Flake Runt is plotting something evil, and once I attempt to leave the town, the next gym leader appears and wants to fight me with her 2 Lucarios. This fight caught me a bit off guard, but thankfully I had Merlin in front of my party and he was able to take out Lucarios. On the next route, route 11, I catch Didene as my encounter, and in Reflection Cave my encounter is Sableye. Next I arrive to Salour City. First thing here I need to do is visit the Mega Evolution Guru with my friends here. I beat Serena here quickly and I head to the third gym. Anticipating this gym will be tough one, I leave Murder Rex behind and instead take Shadow the Sableye with me. Boy was I right, on the very first trainer I screw things up and end up losing Splash Toad. Yeah, I gotta come up with a plan for the gym leader if the trainers are already this tough. I put Splash Toad to grave and take Havlutsa to team. With the help of Sableye's immunity to fighting type moves I can quite easily handle the rest of the trainers. However, at the moment most of my team members are very underleveled, so BRB just gonna do a quick grinding session real quick. I get my Flappy the Inkay evolved to Malamar, and with that I think I'm ready to attempt the gym leader, even if my whole team is not at the level cap at the moment. I also decided to evolve McQueen to Raichu with Thunderstone I found earlier just in case I need it in the fight. Well, in the end I overestimated Corina a bit. Hermione, Fu nor Havlutsa cannot actually hit Shadow at all, so all she can do is switch into the Machoke. When I switch in Flappy, Machoke uses Leer, which thanks to Flappy's contrary ability raises its defense. When Macho goes for the Rock Tomb, its effect raises Flappy's speed, so at this point I just proceeded to spam Psybeam and take out Corina's whole team. That was definitely easier than I thought. Afterward, I climb up the tower to have Lucario against Lucario fight, and as a reward I get to keep the Lucario myself. Also got Mega Ring now, so I can use a Mega Evolution from here on now. At the Route 12, this guy gives me Lapras, so I take it as the encounter from this route since I am missing a water type at the moment. Then I make my way through the route without much of an issues. Once I arrive to Cormoran City, Serena calls me and challenges me to battle. Serena still has only 3 Pokemon, so he's not that hard to win. After that I head straight to the gym, beat the gym trainers easily with Furiosa, and the gym leader Ramos is not that much harder. Mainly takes out Jumpluff with 2 hits. As Gogoat comes in, I switch to Furiosa, predicting the Bulldoze, which Furiosa is immune to. After exchanging some hits, Furiosa takes the win and Gogoat goes down. Against Weaving I send in Flappy, and after Ramos runs out of Hyper Potions, Weaving goes down, and that's an easy and quick gym batch received. Next up we have Electric Gym, and actually for the rest of the gyms Furiosa has type disadvantage, so it has done its part for now and gets to rest in the box. I take Murder Rex back to the party and head forward. On the Route 13 I catch Duck Trio as my encounter, then I head to the power plant, which has been taken over by Team Flare. The grunts here are easy to take care of, as well as the admin and the scientist. So this roadblock is handled quickly and I make my way back to Lumiose City. I immediately head to the gym, deal with the quiz and the trainers and challenge the gym leader Clement. I thought Murder X Rock Tomb for this Emolga. 2 Rock Tombs take it out and next Clement sends in Heliolisk. This thing has a Grass Knot, so fearing that I send in Asparagus. Heliolisk just use Quick Attack this turn and I use Lead Seed as it hits Asparagus with Thunderbolt. After a Seed Bomb, Heliolisk is in healing range, so Clement heals it with Hyper Potion. 2 more Seed Bombs takes out Heliolisk and in comes Magneton. I use Lead Seed again as Magneton sets up the electric terrain. Predicting Thunderbolt, I switch to Murder X back into Negate it. Then Murder X outspeeds and burrows itself underground to avoid Mirror Shot. 1 dig is enough to take out Magneton, winning us the 5th batch. That fight went very well, nice to have 3 batches done without any losses. Next I head to Route 14 where I beat Serena once again. Here my first encounter is in fact a horde of Skorupi. This is fun coincidence for me as I have just recently replayed Pokemon Shield and I had a Drapion on my team there. I catch one of the Skorupi here and add it to the team. I would like to get this thing leveled up for next gym, because some strong poison stab attacks from this thing could help out a lot in Fairy type gym. Unfortunately it's gonna take a lot of grinding though. So I start grinding my team closer to level cap and some other Pokemon from my box as well, while Grape grows in levels with EXP share. While grinding, Mordorix also evolves to Crocodile. After getting Grape to level 40, thus evolving into Drapion, I go face the gym leader. I send in Asparagus first to Lead Seed Mawile, then I switch in Lapras and use Rain Dance. After all the residual damage from Lead Seed, 1 Surf takes out Mawile. Next in comes Mr. Mime, it sets up a Light Screen, but I still take it out with a couple of Surfs and Brine. Lastly in comes Sylveon. I send in Merlin to set up Light Screen of my own. Then I send in Grape, who gets Sylveon poisoned with Poison Fang. Sylveon uses Charm lowering Grape's attack, so I switch in Merlin and finish Sylveon off with the Flamethrower. I probably did the fight with more complicated strategy that was needed, but hey, it got me the win, so I'll take that. Next I go take care of Team Flare in the Pokeball Factory. Here it can be truly noted just how strong Pokemon Drapion is. It pretty much alone takes care of everything. I get the Master Ball as a thank you for saving the factory and I head to the next route. On Route 15 I catch Lombre as my encounter while surfing water. Soon enough I arrive to Dendemil town. From here I head to north to Frost Cavern where I catch a Haunter as my encounter. Kinda was expecting Ice type to be honest, but it is what it is. At the end of the cavern I beat more Team Flare grunts and save this Abomasnow from their grasp. Abomasnow gives me Abomasite as a reward. Now I can take route towards Anistar City to Route 17. Here I catch Delibird as my encounter, and once I arrive to Anistar City I battle Serena again and win easily as usual. Then I head straight to the gym. With 2 Dark types, Murder X and Grape on my team, this place is a piece of cake. Against the gym leader I start with Grape and take out Sigilyph with couple Night Slashes. Slowking uses Yawn after taking Night Slash, so I send in Murder X to tank Power Gem, and then take it out with Foul Play. Meowstic goes down with couple of Foul Plays as well, and this is another easy gym badge in the bag. As I exit the gym I get a call from Lysandre, who is revealing to be a bad guy. Big shock, much surprise. And he basically plans to destroy everything except for Team Flare. So I guess we need to go stop him next. I return to Lumiose City and back to the cafe where I first met Lysandre. I beat Team Flare grunts and find secret entrance to Lysandre Labs. Here I have first of many fights with Lysandre. And oh boy did he caught me off guard. After dealing with Mienfoo in comes Gyarados. I switched to Raichu planning to take it out with Thunderbolt, but Gyarados just went straight with the Earthquake and takes out Raichu in 1 hit. Ouch. I lead seed Gyarados with Asparagus, then switch to Dawn to take it out with some Ice Beams. Well, in the end I still make switch back to Grape as Dawn gets very low on HP and Gyarados takes itself out in confusion. Next in comes Pyro. I thought Grape can take a hit from this thing, but nope. A Fire Blast takes out Grape, which hurts me a lot. Grape was growing to become my favorite of the team and also was the powerhouse of my team at the moment. Losing him is a huge setback for me. Merlin takes out Pyro with a couple of Psysocks and lastly in comes Murkrow. Thankfully my Lucario Autora is able to take it out and make it through the fight without any losses. I definitely need to be more careful. Winning so many teams so easily back to back had made me cocky. I add Murderex and Flappy back to the team and head on. Thankfully grunts here are easy to deal with and even Team Flare's scientists don't put up too much of a fight. So I go through this place quite smoothly and from last scientist I get an elevator key so I can access the elevator and go to lower floor. Here I find Lysandre who has prisoned this very tall man. I saw this guy early in playthrough when I was returning to Lumia City from power plant. He starts telling some very ancient lore blah 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 and after that Lysandre asks me to follow him. Here I just need to beat this Izerosic guy. Scrobat gets taken out with single Psychic but then in comes Malamar. I decide to switch in Murderex to tank possible dark type attack. But what I did not realize is that this thing has superpower, and naturally it crits taking out Murderex. It seems my luck is actually taking a turn for worse. I lost another amazing dark type. Thankfully Asparagus can come in and take out Malamar with 2 seed bombs. I have honestly gotten enough of losing my Pokemon. Next Lysandre fight thankfully goes without any losses so I get through it easily. Then I beat lots and lots of Team Flare grunts until I came upon the Xerneas who peers from its cocoon. I catch it with Master Ball, name it Power Alk and add it to the team for one reason and for one reason only. Use it to fight against final Lysandre fight so I won't risk any of my actual teammates. Xerneas takes out Mienshao and against Pyro I switch to Lapras. One Surf does not quite take out Pyro so I switch to Merlin to tank next Fire Blast and take out Pyro with Psychic. Then in comes Gyarados which is gonna make Evolve this time. I switch to Power Alk, it leaves a hit and gets to attack with Moonblast for good damage before it goes out. Now Asparagus can come in safely and outspeed the Gyarados and take it out with Seed Bomb. Now that was a handy way to use a legendary. I was not planning to use it for the rest of the game anyway. After having so many losses it's time to catch some new encounters. From Route 16 I catch Weepinbell, from Route 18 Durant, and from Terminus Cave a Lairon. I decide to add Durant to my team at least until the next gym. Asparagus won't be able to help there anyway, but Armor the Durant might become useful. Unless I just sweep the whole gym with Merlin of course. Next I arrive to Korubei town where Professor wants to meet with me. He challenges me to battle with 3 Kanto starters evolved to their final forms. It's pretty easy fight thankfully. After that I head to round 19 where I get to catch Drapion as my encounter. Alas boys, the dream is back alive with Grape Jr. I am using a Duplos in a sense that I can decide not to catch some Pokemon again if I choose to, but come on, who would not want another chance with Drapion? Next up on the bridge I face the rival gauntlet, fighting Sona, Tierno and Trevor back to back. Sona is easy to beat but Tierno puts up a bit of a fight because my team was not healed between these 2 fights. I still get through without any losses and before the fight with Trevor he heals my team. I'm able to take out Trevor's team quite easily. Merlin leveled up already to the next level cap so I go put him in the box for the time being. I don't want to over level him because I definitely need him against the next gym leader. Next I arrive to Snowbell City and get informed that gym leader is not in the gym at the moment. I need to go find him first so I head to Route 20 where I catch Jigglypuff as my encounter. At the end of the route I find Pokemon Village and the gym leader who then returns to the gym. From the Pokemon Village I catch Noctowl as my encounter. Then I head into the gym. Gym trainers goes otherwise easily, but I make a critical mistake against this Piloswine. I thought Autora could take it out with single Aura Sphere, but it actually survives and is able to take out Autora with single Earthquake. That one is definitely on me for underestimating this Piloswine. Autora was my plan A for this gym leader as it can attack well with physical and special attacks, but now we have to go with the plan B. Against the gym leader I sent my quite underleveled Armor the Durant. To my surprise it's able to take out Abomasnow barely. Next in comes Avaluk and I send in Dawn. Dawn takes Avaluk out with couple of Surfs. I stay in against the Cryogonal to scout out what it wants to do. Dawn's Surf does not do too much of damage. Next turn I send in Furiosa as Cryogonal just set up a hail. One Flying Press is enough to take it out, winning me the final gym batch. Now all I gotta do is get to Pokemon League and take on Elite Four and Pokemon Champion. I fear though that this is gonna be real tough. There's a very good chance I still fail this run. Nothing to it but give it a shot. On the way to the Pokemon League I unfortunately lose armor against this Crustle one of the trainers had. Honestly though, armor had already done its job with the previous gym, so it is now its turn to take the Eternal Rest. Also, here on Route 21 I catch Scyther as my encounter. I arrived at the entrance of the Pokemon League, where this ace trainer wants to test my strength in battle. I just gotta say that Asparagus has been a freaking MVP during this whole run. It has gotten me through so many tough situations, and this fight is no exception as well. It barely leaves an attack in a critical moment against enemy Kingdra, which allowed to switch to Dawn, which can now take care of Kingdra and stay relatively safe thanks to the lead seed. Next I head into the Victory Road. Trainers here are quite tough with Pokemon close to level 60s. I still make pretty smooth progress here. My encounter is this Fearow, which is kinda bad encounter unfortunately. And of course my mistakes in battles are not yet over. Against this Heracross I switch in Dawn, not realizing that it of course would have a strong fine attack move. And thus a close combat takes out Dawn. Well, there goes one of my strongest team members. Time for yet another plan B. I retreat from the Victory Road for now and take Gully the Lompre from box to team. This will have to do as my backup water type. Thankfully it can learn Ice Beam as well. Now I just need to go and find Waterstone so I can evolve this guy a bit later. Once I find Waterstone, I return to Victory Road to try to get through without any more losses. Next tough fight in Victory Road is against Serena. I start the fight with Grape Jr. against Serena's Meowstic. After one Night Slash, I set up one layer of Toxic Spikes and then finish Meowstic off with another Night Slash. Next in comes Greninja and I switch to Flappy, who tanks Ice Beam quite well. Flappy also survives Dark Pulse and gets to attack with Super Power for some good damage. Poison takes out Greninja, so Toxic Spikes gaming clutch there. Next in comes Altaria and I switch to Merlin. Merlin takes out Altaria with 3 Psychics as Altaria wastes time with Confide. Next in comes Absol and I switch to Furiosa. Night Slash crits deal less than half of Furiosa's HP and one Flying Press takes out Absol. Lastly in comes Flareon, I switch back to Merlin to take any attack this thing wants to use and take it out with a couple of Psychics. After the fight I make my way through the rest of the Victory Road. Some of these trainer fights are challenging, but somehow I managed to make it through all of them without any losses. Now that I'm at the Elite 4, I still need to prepare my team, grind to the level cap and choose the best movesets I can think. After grinding my team, I go explore around the Kalos to find TMs and items I want for my team. After thinking through some sort of plan, here's my team. You can pause the video if you want to check everything in detail. I'll probably do some changes to moveset inside the Elite 4 between the battles as well. But without further ado, let's go beat the Elite 4! You can face the Elite 4 members in this game in any order you want, so I first decide to face off the Fire-type user Malva. She's engine Pyroar and Ice engine Furiosa. Idea here is to outspeed and take it out quickly with super effective Fly Press. And it works out perfectly and Pyroar goes down. Malva then sends in Talonflame. I'm sending Grape Jr. to tank Brave Bird. With the help of Leftovers recovery, Grape Jr. can definitely survive another one, but I still protect to recover just a bit more, just in case next Brave Bird would be a crit. After surviving another attack, Grape Jr.'s Cross Poison crits to take out Talonflame. Next in comes Torkoal, which threatens Grape Jr. with super effective Earthquake. I send in Gally to tank the hit and then set up a Rain Dance. With the Damp Rock as held item, this rain should now last for the rest of the match. Torkoal sets up a Curse and then I misclick and use Rain Dance again. Stone Edge thankfully does not deal that much of damage, so I can tank another one and take Torkoal out with 2 Waterfalls. With the Swift Swim, I can still outspeed the incoming Chandelure and one-shot it with the rain boosted Waterfall. I finally get burned on contact, but it does not matter as the battle is over. That misclick was scary, but thankfully I got still through the fight just fine. Next up I take a water type user Seabolt. Asparagus immediately takes out Cloviture and Barbaracle with Energy Ball, so that's a good start. Gyarados will be a bit harder to take out, so first I decide to lead Seed as it uses Dragon Dance. Then I send in Flappy, which is now holding Leftovers. I get lucky as Gyarados misses Ice Fang. After tanking Waterfall, Flappy goes for Thunderbolt, which Gyarados barely survives. It goes down to lead Seed though, so it's all good. Last one remaining is Starmie. Flappy can barely leave Dazzling Gleam here and then get a good damage in foul play. Next I rotate Merlin in to tank the next Dazzling Gleam and then I send in Gully to tank Surf. It can also tank incoming Psychic very well and take out Starmie with Energy Ball. 2 members down, 2 more to go before the champion. Next up I challenge the Steel type user Wikström. Against this Klefki I send in Merlin, and Klefki set up spikes and goes down immediately to Flamethrower. I stay in against Probopass knowing I can leave any hit from it and take it out with 2 Flamethrowers. Incoming Scizor threatens Merlin with Night Slash, so I just play it safe and switch to Trappeer. I protect first and then on next turn I go for Night Slash. After exchanging and thanks one more turn, both Pokemon are in red HP. I now switch to Furiosa while Wikström uses Full Restore. Furiosa can 2-shot Scizor with Flying Press. Last Pokemon is Aegislash and against it I send in Flappy. Aegislash just went with King's Shield, so Flappy gets safely in. Foul Play does not do that much damage and Aegislash uses Iron Head for some pretty hefty damage. Next turn it protects with King's Shield. Which actually turns out great, as with the contrary ability it raises Flappy's attack by 2 stages. Next foul play still does not do that much damage though, but next one after that takes out Aegislash, so Flappy barely takes the win. Onwards to the last member of Elite 4 then. Last member before facing the champion is Dragon type user Drasna. She starts fight with Dragalge and I with Grape Jr. Grape Jr. uses Earthquake and tanks Dragon Pulse quite well. Drasna uses full restore, so I use Night Slash here first to make sure next Earthquake takes out Dragalge. After Dragalge goes down, in comes Altaria. I switch to Gali to tank any special attack from this thing. Altaria just misses with the Sing though. Gali is now holding Ice Blade to boost the power of Ice Beam, and after tanking Dragon Pulse it takes out Altaria with 1 Ice Beam. Next in comes Noivern, and based on my calculations I can live 1 Air Slash with Gali. So I stay in and things work out great and Ice Beam takes care of Noivern. That was the thing I was most scared of. Last Pokemon is Radigon, which causes some annoyance with Dragon Tail. Grape Jr. gets nice crit with Cross Poison and then Furiosa gets sent in. Flame Praise takes care of the Radigon, winning me the fight. Now, time for the Pokemon League champion. I enter in the chamber and meet with the champion Diante. Fight begins with Merlin against Hawlucha. To my surprise, Merlin outspeeds the Hawlucha, taking care of it right away with Psychic. Then in comes Tyrantrum, which strengthens my whole team with strong Head Smash attack. After thinking a while, I don't see a way to avoid anyone going down against this thing. And after evaluation, who should be the noble sacrifice, I come to a conclusion that it must be Asparagus. This guy has been the backbone of this team, sticking around and surviving from the very beginning when I caught it from Santaloon Forest. It's sad that it cannot see the Hall of Flame itself, but its sacrifice will guarantee its teammates have a chance to see this through. So, Asparagus goes down to the Head Smash, let's all salute for it and let it have its well-earned final rest. Now, Flappy can come in, and after the huge recoil damage Tyrantrum took, Flappy can take care of it with superpower and get a nice attack and defense boost. This sends Flappy to raging rampage against Diante's team. Flappy must feel hungry for revenge after the fall of Asparagus. Flappy takes out Goodra and gains more boost to attack and defense in the process. Aurorus goes down quickly in 1 hit. Gorgeous tries to put up a fight but falls in the end as well to the wrath of Flappy. Lastly in comes Gardevoir, and according to my calculations it has a very low chance to one-shot Flappy, so I take the risk and stay in. Of course though I get unlucky damage roll and Moonblast gets the one-shot. It's fine though, cause this Mega Gardevoir was the one and only reason I wanted to have Drapion on my team. Grape Jr. and its predecessor Grape were designed for this face-off. It's time for Grape Jr. to earn the title I had in mind throughout this whole run, the Fairy Slayer. Plan works out exactly as planned. Tank 1 attack and take out Gardevoir with a single Cross Poison. Just like that, battle is over and I have beaten Pokemon League and become the new champion. I get to the Hall of Fame where I can take a look at the team that got me here. Of course, this would have not been possible without those who fell before. Pokemon like Murderex and Autora and many other which could not get here. This game was harder to Nuzlocke than I thought. It definitely surprised me and I underestimated the difficulty. But it was very nice to do a Nuzlocke after a long break. I might make more of these in future for the channel. But it might take a while, as these takes pretty long time commitment to get completed. Anyway, that's gonna be all for this video. Thank you for watching and like the video if you enjoyed. If you are new viewer here, remember to subscribe for the channel. And as always, I will see you all with the future videos, but for now it's a bye bye!